Yes, baby, get in! Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 1. I didn't think it would come. I said 2-1. I was right. I got Watkins to score for Villa. I got Mosalah to score for Liverpool. But I didn't get Trent to score the winner in injury time. But I don't give a shit. It's 2-1. It's 3 points. Top 4, baby. It's huge complexion. Huge, different complexion on the game, guys. It really, really does. It's absolutely huge. 91st minute, Trent, bang, all the pressure he's been under. He didn't have a great game, to be fair. People were probably going to write more crap about him tomorrow in the papers, but to come up with the goal, the winner, the 3 points, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. And that has made my Saturday. It's my birthday in the morning. I said it all week. I want 3 points for my birthday, which is in the morning, and I am a happy camper. There's got to be beers tonight, baby. It's beautiful. It's Liverpool 2-1 against Villa, 1-0 down. Quick story about the game, of course. 1-0 down. Ollie Watkins, good player, but I thought Alisson was poor for the goal, to be fair. I thought he should have did better. I was right at him. Then the VAR decision. Oh, my God, the VAR decision. Crazy decision. For Bobby's goal. I'm not even going to spend time talking about it. Someone else might be on, but that was fucking crazy. Half-time, 1-0. To be honest, I was down. I was going, oh my God. It's going to be another one of these days. Well, another one of these nights. And then, shot from Robbo. There was Mosalah with the header. Bang! He'll always get a goal for you, Mo. He'll always get a goal. We're back in it at 1-1. But to be fair, we dipped in again. They hit the post. A lovely corner of an effort. We were lucky today, guys. We were really, and Trent comes up with the goods in the 91st minute. It's 2-1. It's 3 points. The performance wasn't brilliant, to be fair. I'll take it, though. I will take the 3 points in my back pocket. It's something to build on for Madrid midweek. That's the only thing I would say about it. Something to build on for the Madrid game. But, oh my God, that was like the old school, the comeback wins. The hoodoo of Anfield is gone, of course. That was the big thing to break today, and we've done it. I just thought 2-1 was the perfect scoreline. I should put money on these things, to be fair, but I don't. But 2-1 on the button again, but just coming on for a while to say, whew, wow. Doug from the Dugout Football Channel, you can pop in. If you're free for 10 minutes, you can pop in, bro. I'll send you the link if you want. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to send you the link, Doug. But I'll tell you what, guys. Wow. That was tight. That was beautiful. They're the type of wins that you like. The 1-0, the 2-1s, not playing well, 1-0 down halftime, the comeback wins, the 2-1 wins. It breaks the hoodoo, though. It breaks the hoodoo, which I thought was huge for Liverpool. I really did. I'm just going to send Doug a message here. He can pop on if he wants and tell me what he thought about the game. But wow. Who was your man of the match? It's even hard to say man of the match. I thought Salah was decent. It doesn't really matter. The man of the match was the 3 points. That was it. Doug for the Dugout Football Channel. Get in! Jade Exley, Mosalah in the house. How are you, bro? Hopefully you are well. John Moore. Yeah. It's a happy day. As I say, it's my birthday in the morning, so it's made me have a happy birthday eve, as they say. So absolutely brilliant. Carl Erasure, Trent, yeah. He's got so much stick in the last few weeks. I mean, him coming up with the winner, injury time. Bang! You know what I mean? You could see the relief in Klopp's face. But, oh my God. Wow. Salah was man of the match, says Carl. Yeah. I thought Alisson was poor for the goal, guys. I don't know what you thought for Ollie Watkins' goal. Straight at him. He should have did better. Top goalkeeper like that should be doing better. Let's be real. I don't think he was great for the goal. But listen, a win's a win. Especially being 1-0 down, you know, that decision just before halftime, the Bobby goal, the Jota offside, if it was offside, could have went to our heads. We went in, brushed it off, got a bit of luck. Let's be fair. We got a bit of luck at the right time. But I think we deserved it today. To get today. Hard to call man of the match, says Mark Forrest, yeah. I'm not even worried about man of the match. As I say, 3 points was man of the match for me. TAA, best right back in the world, says MK Marlon in the house. How are you, bro? Hopefully you're well. Yeah, happy birthday. It's not till tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is my birthday, but an early happy birthday is as good as a no happy birthday. But that's giving me a happy birthday present for tomorrow. The 3 points was what was so important. Missed a lot of sitters, though. Even Mane running through there in injury time to finish it. Could have took another touch. I don't know what he was doing. But top hopes for us. Top 4 hopes still alive where we needed to win. I tweeted earlier, a draw's no use. Draw's no use at this stage. We gotta win. Gotta win the game. Yeah, 2-1. I'll take it all day. Absolutely take it all day. But what a goal by Trent. Hope Gareth Southgate remembers that. I hope he doesn't. I don't want him going away with England. I want him staying with Liverpool, staying fresh, staying fit. That's what I want. Doug from the Dugout Football Channel is in for an instant reaction. He's in the green room. He's finishing the champagne. I'll bring in Doug. Here we go. Doug, how are you? Get in!
That was a bit of a I wouldn't say a smash and grab because we absolutely dominated, but like that first half, like if you don't take your chances, you're not going to win football games.
No. I think we're a bit lucky today, Doug. But I mean, I'm not going to say we weren't lucky. We were. I mean, they had a chance to hit the post. Remember that one where your man came in on the far side? They'd one or two other good chances where maybe on another day. Okay, we had a few chances too, to be fair. But to be 1-0 down with our home record, think about it. Our home record, then have that Bobby goal just before halftime wiped off. Then say to yourself, you need at least 2 goals in the second half here, guys. At least 2 goals to win this game. Getting them, and then the manner of getting them the way we did, I think that was huge, you know.
To be honest with you, I'm at my fiance's, so I actually got to watch the game.
I seen her in the background there. She was in the background.
She was in the background. But I absolutely screamed the place down when Trent scored because I thought that Thiago shot was in. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've seen the highs and the lows of the day. The VAR. You know what? I mean, you saw last night for Wolves. Saw last night that Wolves one. Like it's marginal, and the fact that you can't be offside with your arm.
It's just
ridiculous.
I'm sick of it. The VAR. Do you know what it's doing as well? If you do reaction videos of goals going in, you can't. You can go crazy all you want, but then you're going to have to wipe it off. I actually did a reaction video for the Bobby goal. Uploaded a quick short video.
I actually got a notification from you about that.
Yeah, and I had to bloody wipe it out. I went, Bobby, no, look at that go get it, baby. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking at the Twitter tweet. Twitter's exploded, as you probably would expect. But I just wanted the 3 points. I've been saying it all week, even on Coppish the weekend. I actually said 2-1 Liverpool. I said Ollie Watkins for Villa. I said Mosalah for Liverpool, and I thought Jota would get the winner. So I was quite close. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, as I say, because the win was just what was needed today, Doug. Even though the performance wasn't particularly great, it wasn't brilliant.
It wasn't, but you know, I think it's nice to get that hoodoo off the back now.
That's it. You know, going into the Madrid game, especially.
Yeah, going into the Madrid game, that'll give us a lot of confidence coming for sure. But I was commenting on your shirt, Dave, and it wouldn't post. Yeah,
that's because I deleted it.
Yeah, had to delete it. Otherwise, you would have obviously been memed and all this.
I did a Mo Salah one. But I mean, it's hard to say that game. You could say it was a game of 2 halves, but it probably wasn't. The first half is very similar to the second half. It's just we took the 2 chances. That's the only real difference.
Can I just say, my man of the match, like, obviously, if it wasn't a Liverpool player, I would obviously say the goalkeeper, Martinez. I thought he was outstanding.
He was brilliant. Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah. He was absolutely brilliant. But I'll tell you, it's just... as I say, it's my birthday. Nice plug. It's my birthday in the morning. So I was saying to myself, well before this Villa game, I knew it was on the 10th of April. My birthday's on the 11th. I was saying to myself, okay, a win against Villa, it would be a nice little birthday present. And the way it's worked out, it is a beautiful birthday present.
Yeah, happy birthday for happy birthday tomorrow. I knew it was coming up, but I couldn't exactly remember what day because I know there are a few birthdays in April. So but do you know what? I'm absolutely delighted with this win, and I'm pretty sure you will be as well. Hello to Arsenal fan circle. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. They're happy at the moment anyway. I wouldn't say they are. Ivan Jennings is in the Ivan's in. If he wants to pop in, give me a thumbs up and I'll send you a link. You can pop in as well with me and Doug if you want, Ivan. If not, no panic. I'll probably do a live stream later with a bottle of Peroni, baby. I'm only going to do a nice little short one here because I'm actually Red Sky Pod, I think. I said I'd pop into them for about 10 minutes, but not for a while. But I'm all over the place. I've been on Coppish, everywhere in the last while. But
The one thing I will have to get you on, Dave, is for the match preview, match reaction. I'd love to get you on
anytime, Doug. Just DM me. You know the trick.
Absolutely. But no.
Here's someone else in the green room. We have another person in the green room. She's drinking the champagne dry, baby. It's Sophie.
Yes.
How are you? Fair play for coming in.
Oh, Sophie, how are you feeling after that? Because I saw your wee video on
I see you as well on Twitter.
I was. Do you know what, lads? I was like this close to not watching the second half. I was furious. I was like, I'm not after that second goal, our first goal. Bobby's goal got us, lads. I was fucking furious. And I was like, I put a tweet out. I was like, I could have got my car between the two of them. Like,
yeah.
I had to force myself to go and watch that second half. And the whole second half, I'm sat there going, I'm fucking watching this. I hate this fucking game. I was fuming. And I'm happy that we won, but I'm still really fucking angry.
The VAR?
Like, not just the VAR. Like, I'm angry at the lads themselves. Like, Alisson.
Yeah. Alisson could have done better. I checked the Doug earlier. It wasn't a great performance, by the way. I mean, we were lucky. I think it was a lucky win today, but we grounded out. And I'll take 2-1 any day of the week. I'll take lucky wins. I'll take a lucky win on Wednesday. You know what I mean? I'll take them any day.
Like, I'll take the win, definitely, but I'm still dead angry, and I can't celebrate it. Like, normally I come after the game, no matter how scrappy it is, and I'm like, yeah, we've still won. But this time I just can't celebrate it because I just put up then, I was like, me 20 minutes ago, fucking hate LFC, I'm done with footy. Me now, like, the Bart Simpson with the kick, like, at least you tried, like, putting it in there. Like, it's going to take me a while to, like, calm down.
Calm down. Okay.
Calm down. Well, at least we're up to fourth now, temporarily, but the fact that we're back in the top four now is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I as I said, I mean, today was must win. I mean, I probably wouldn't have went live here if it was a 1-1. I mean, today was must win. There's just no doubt about it. We needed to win this game today by hook or by crook. And to win it the way we won it is a way of winning it. That's the way you want to win games. Coming back from 1-0 down, Sophie's famous decision just before halftime, and Bobby got no look with the goal, which was disallowed with that farcical decision. And to come back in the second half, it was lovely. But I mean, we got to play better than that for Wednesday against Madrid, because we're not beating Madrid with that performance. I can tell you that much.
If we go up against Madrid with that performance, they're going to absolutely twat us everywhere.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Their bitch, and that's not a stadium that they'd normally be able to do that in. But if we go in with that performance again today, they are absolutely going to batter us.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
it's not going to work.
The only thing is, as well, it's broken the hoodoo now. It's broken that Anfield no-win hoodoo, which was, we had to break that hoodoo first before we can do anything against Madrid. Because if we would have drawn 1-1 there today, heads would have been dropped going into the Madrid game. They really would have been. It gives you confidence. It gives you a last-minute goal or 2-3 minutes to go. Has to give you a shot in the arm. Has to be a jab, a COVID-19 vaccine into the arm. Has to be.
It's got to be because now it's so... Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
Would you two start the front all like Jota, Salah, Mane, and Firmino on Wednesday?
Yeah. And the reason why, as I said this on Yanks of the Cup when I was on it before the Madrid game, I was like, he's not going to play all 4 of them. He's not going to do that. He's going to drop Bobby for Jota. And then that whole game, we were sat there crying for Bobby. Every one of us was sat there going, we need Bobby, we need Bobby. And then when we haven't got Bobby, we sit there and go, we need Jota, we need Jota. we have the front 3 today.
Fickle fans. LFC fickle fans is what I call them, isn't it?
We're all sat there and we're going, Bobby's playing really well, Jota's playing really well, Salah's playing really well, but I still want I want Mane, and I just kind of think, fuck it, whack them all on. Like, I love Genie, and everyone will know that I absolutely adore Genie, but Genie was shit today.
I think Genie hasn't been great. Listen, who has been great, really? I mean, Salah's been scoring goals. You have to say that to Salah. Even in games where he hasn't been playing, he scores goals. That's his job. He scores goals. Even today, wasn't fantastic, but scored the important goal to get us back in.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy. He probably should have scored early when it was 0-0, running through on the keeper. I thought he should have did better there, but didn't. But you're always guaranteed a goal with Mosalah, the king of Egypt. But I thought Jota was touch and go today, to be fair. He's nearly better as an impact sub. He's nearly better last half hour.
I think Jota did a really good job. He had so many chances and he was constantly pressing for that ball. Like, he was always up in that final third. He was just unlucky that every time he shot, it either went left, wide of the goal, or it went straight down the gauntlet at the keeper, like at Martinez. And we all know Martinez has got fucking magnets in his gloves.
No, he was absolutely terrific, Martinez. And, I think he's probably been one of the signings of the summer, because the fact that he has actually improved that Aston Villa backline. And by the way, Tyrone Mings was absolutely shocking today. I'm going to say this now.
Tyrone was minging today, baby.
I know people are saying that Tyrone Mings is the better of the 2 Villa centre backs. I think Konza had a very good game for Villa today. But look, we've won. The Anfield hoodoo is over. Now we go into what is a very tricky period. We have Madrid on Wednesday. We have Leeds United. They'll be absolutely
them today, beating City. Wow!
Smash and grab as well. I think they had 2 shots and they scored both. So,
to be honest, I'm looking forward to the Leeds Liverpool game. That should be a watch, that game. And we're probably, as you say, we play a little bit freer away from home as well, so it'll probably suit us. We're playing them in Ellen Road, aren't we?
Wasn't Leeds our first game? And we came into the Leeds game, and I remember thinking
4-3.
When they came up, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a really good game, because Leeds play quite similar to us, but, we're going to show them we're the better version of them. And then they came out and was like, oh, fucking hell, this is what they're going to do. They've done really well.
We still are the better version of them, Sophie. Don't get that wrong. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying for the second. Shut up. I'm not saying for the second that Leeds are better. I'm saying that they're better than what we gave them credit for. And they've come up from the Championship. They've been promoted. They haven't been promoted for a long time. And they've done a really good job of making their stamp on the Premier League. And they've taken points from really good teams. Like City today is a prime example of how they stuck it out and played football the way and stayed loyal to themselves. And they managed to nick a couple of points here, there, and everywhere. So you can't write anything off this season, can you? Let's be honest. But
let me just say that beating Leeds at home is not for everyone.
That's true. It's
Wrong
not for everyone. Listen, it doesn't matter. I just think today, I said it earlier, I was on a podcast, a Red Sky podcast earlier, just before the game actually at 2:00, and I was saying to them that today is just a must win, guys. Just get the 3 points. I don't care if it's an injury time winner, I said. I don't care. Once the win comes, as I said, I predicted 2-1. I should be putting money on these bloody predictions. And I just thought we'd let in a goal, which we did, because the defence still isn't quite at it 100%, to be fair. We are lucky once or twice today, but we've got to tighten up against Madrid, guys, because it's a higher level again. But I think we will. I think we'll give Madrid a game. And what I'll be happy with is if we give Madrid a game and don't go out with a whimper. That's more nearly important to me if we don't beat them.
Here's a question for you then. You've just said that our defence is still not tight enough, which I agree with. Kabak and Phillips have done a really good job. But we saw them get exposed against, Vinicius Jr.
I know what you're going to ask, Sophie, by the way.
You are?
You're going to play Fabinho at centre-half?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to. I really don't want to. But if they can be exposed like that,
yeah.
One is 20. I think Phillips, how old's Phillips? 23, 24?
Yeah, Kabak's 21. Phillips is about 22, 23 anyway, isn't he? He looks older, actually. He looks older.
One of them played in the Championship and then moved over on loan to the Bundesliga and then came back because we were in a crisis. Otherwise, he would have been sold off to a Championship team, and yet his stock...
big time. Yeah.
And now his stock has risen, and he'll go to a Premier League team at the end of the season. But Kabak is still only 20, and he came from the French league, and they're very slow leagues in comparison to us, so they've never played at this caliber of football. They've never gone up against a team like Real Madrid in the Champions League, and I think they need someone who's that strength. And if we had Henderson,
if we had Henderson, you might have a point.
If we had Henderson, it would be completely different because you've got the captain on the pitch, but we haven't got a captain at the minute. Milner was captain today, and we saw a massive difference in it. So, is he going to put Milner at centre back against them? Because he's well, Fabinho back. But I genuinely feel like at this point, can you put these two young lads in there and expect them to hold off Madrid again?
I think he will. I don't think he's any choice. You can't lose Fabinho from midfield.
But if you play in the front four as the front four, you have to lose a midfield player. So then you'd have Fabinho go back into centre back. Just argument's sake, play devil's advocate with me for a second. You put Fabinho back into centre back. You've got Thiago and Milner, for example, or Jones, if Jones is fit, because he had a muscle injury. Put them two in there. You've got Bobby pulling back into the 10 role, and then you've got the normal front three. Then you've got the front four we wanted, and you've got that security in defence, but you're not losing out in the midfield.
I'll tell you what he might do. He might change it midway through the game, depending on what way it's going. Whether he starts that way, I don't know. I don't think he'd risk it. Do you, Doug?
I don't. I like Sophie.
He might do it.
I like Sophie's thinking and getting Fabinho at the back because, as she said, Kabak and Phillips had probably never played at this level. But I do think that Fabinho is much better in the defence and midfield. So, if you do play the four, then you are going to have to drop in midfield. And now, for me, the midfielder probably should be dropped as Gini. I don't think Gini's head is at it at the moment. I think he's probably
gone. He's gone basically, isn't he? He's more or less gone.
I think he's 50 right now. I think he's 50% in Liverpool, and I think he's 50% elsewhere. I don't think he's going to be there at the end of the season. I mean, I wouldn't play Keita again because Keita just didn't work there.
No, he's done. I've said this before. Like, Keita was done for me because of his injuries anyway. Like, I know what quality, I know he's a great player, but not for the Premier League. He can't hack it. He hasn't got the physicality to survive in the Premier League. And he's been for us, 2 years now? Going on his third season. He barely made his mark on the team.
Years. Yeah.
Like, let's put it this way. If you can sack a manager within 3 months because they've had a couple of losses and you go, that's not working, they're not good enough, their tactics aren't right, they're not right for our team. Why are you keeping a player who's, the longer you keep him and it's more obvious he doesn't fit in with yourself, the cheaper and cheaper he's becoming. So we paid 46 million, I think it was, for Naby Keita.
More, 57 or something.
Because I know it wasn't that much.
Crazy money.
But if you're paying, because some people, his release clause was 46 million or 48 million, and to buy him outright was 70 million, 72 million. But we activated his release clause, and I was dead excited for Naby, but his injuries have absolutely derailed his career in the Premier League. And I think the longer we keep hold of him and the longer we expose him as somebody who has these issues, we can probably sell him back to the Bundesliga and we can get a bit of money back, but we're not going to get a profit on him.
We're never getting the money that we paid for him back. No way. I've seen that Leicester City have been linked with him. What would you two make of him going to Leicester City, possibly?
He can go where he wants. I'm really not bothered.
Once we get the money for him that we want, he can go anywhere, I suppose.
At the end of the day, any player we have, if they move on, I want them to be happy where they move on to, as long as they leave on good terms and never want negative, apart from Coutinho. For a player, I always want them to, progress and be happy. And if Naby Keita goes to Leicester and he succeeds there, then I'm made up for him because I don't dislike him. I just think he's not right for our team anymore, and it's just wasting wages and wasting time, and it's stopping people's development. Like Jones, you keep putting Jones, it's stopping Jones. And I said it last time, Naby can't play on the right because he plays on the right, and Trent is then too scared.
Exposed. He's exposed.
He can't track back. Whereas when Naby plays on the left and plays again with Mane, that link-up is really good there, but then obviously he needs to put Gini on the right. But Gini's not the cover that Trent needs either. But the minute you put Thiago on, Trent would run up and down the wing like no man's business. Like, you need to look at the actual team and the players and who gels well together. And at the minute, Naby's not cutting it. It's the same with Ox. Ox has got to go. Naby's got to go. And I genuinely, I'm starting to get to the point where I think Gini's time is done, and I love Gini.
Gini's time is done. That's been cooked. That turkey or goose has been cooked. He's going to Barca.
I love Gini.
I don't see him signing a new deal. Don't see it.
I can't see it. He's gone.
Now. But
I can't see it.
I'll defend Gini, and I've defended Gini for to the hilt all the time, and I'm always sat there. You've probably seen it on Yanks of the Cop, and I'm like, no, Gini's great. I love Gini. But today, I was watching. I think it was within the first 20 minutes, every time he got on the side of the edge of their box, it was liquid football. It was so fast, and then you get the ball and you just stand there. Yeah. Why are you holding up play? That's not. I understand you're holding up play in the midfield when we're defending a win and we've got quite a bit to go, and we know that if we don't defend it, you're going to score and we're going to lose. But when we're down, why are you standing on the edge of the penalty box, standing there with the ball, holding it up? Because the longer you stand there for, the more chance you're giving the other players to get back into position.
Yeah.
Doug, you look like you're nearly having to go there. You keep looking up into the sky. I think that.
Oh, no. I've just I've got the TV in front of me, and Crystal Palace Chelsea's just about to kick off.
Right, yeah. Even I take a draw even in that game. Would you?
I would take a draw. I think I said 1-1 in my predictions. Actually, I think it will be a 1. I think it will be a draw.
I mean, tough game. It's a bit of pressure now on Chelsea, which is good. You know what I mean? We put a little bit of pressure on them.
I think Chelsea's confidence has definitely been knocked like.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's done now. Oh, it's
so who stood out for you guys today? You're saying Jota, are you, Sophie?
No, I said Jota he had a good game. But for me, it was definitely Bobby who was a standout player. He was phenomenal today.
Did you see his touch? Did you? Did you see his touch where he took the ball down?
That was amazing.
I mean, that was wow.
That was off a clearance.
It reminded me of myself back in my 20s. Beautiful, baby. Whoa, just dead. Just on a a 1 pound coin, like bang, But Bobby had a good game, to be fair. He had a good game, yeah.
Yeah. But what made Bobby's control of that ball even better is I criticised Bobby for his lack of control on bringing the ball down. He tries too much. And I think, especially the fact that it came off a clearance, it didn't even come off a targeted pass. Trent just fucking volleyed it and went, get that away. And Bobby just goes, okay, yeah, and just fucking picks it off the side. He just fucking picks it. Just love it.
Doug, who stood out for you in the game?
Definitely Bobby. I would definitely say Bobby. I thought Thiago changed the game when he came on. I thought we were much more fluent in the midfield, and Thiago has had his critics, which I honestly don't get because football Twitter is another thing. But look at what Thiago did today. Nearly scored as well. That obviously he was involved in the goal, which was really, really good. But Gareth Southgate come outside, son, because. I wonder what he would have made of that goal for Trent, because that will do him the world of confidence. He just needed a goal.
He needed a goal. He actually needed something positive to be said about Trent in the papers tomorrow, didn't he? He needed because if that would have finished 1-1, he had a bit of a mixed game, to be fair, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it would have been bad, another bad bit of, 5 out of 10 for Trent type of thing. And now all of a sudden he probably gets a 7 because he scored the winner,
I do feel like Trent, what makes Trent's goal and Trent's like pass to Bobby, and that even better is the fact that fucking Southgate was sat in the stands, and I really wanted Trent after he scored that goal to just turn around to him and just go fuck off. Like I would have died if he'd have ran up and been like,
was he wearing a waistcoat? Was he wearing a waistcoat?
I don't know, but he can fucking choke himself.
He always does. 40 coats, 40 fucking
the World
coats.
Cup came round when we had the World Cup in 2017. Like was it 2017, 2018, something like that. And we did quite well in the World Cup, and I remember going, "Oh, he always looks dead smart in his waistcoat." And then afterwards, I was like, "You're a fucking knobhead in that waistcoat, aren't you? You're a
Yeah, he's a knobhead. I'll give you that. I don't care about the national teams with England players or Irish players or Scottish players. Couldn't care less about it. Maybe because Ireland are so fucking shit at the moment. But I mean, other than that, not really. I care about Liverpool, and if Trent goes away with England, he goes away with England. Most of our players go away, come back with injuries anyway. I want them as far away as from international teams as is possible. So I hope Southgate just bypasses him. So, but I'm sure Trent probably wants to go to a tournament anyway in his own, development and stuff like that. So for Trent's thing, I'd like him to go just for his own head. You know what I mean? But what do you think for Alisson for that goal? I thought Alisson wanted to grow that moustache back. Because that was terrible. I thought it was terrible. It was a black pass.
That tash was giving me Freddie Mercury vibes. It was giving me Ian Rush vibes.
Who wants to live forever? Who wants to save forever? That was a back pass.
I mean, there was a nice wee movement from him to take the ball away from Watkins. I thought that was very, very good. But he should do better. He should do better for the goal.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. You have two young centre halves, Kabak and Phillips, in front of let's say a world class goalkeeper. Let's be fair, probably top 5 in the world. Not playing particularly great today, but he wasn't great against Madrid either, to be fair, for at least one of the goals. So there's 2 goals he's let in. But he should be really the one standing up and saying to the boys at the front, if you've got a goalkeeper behind you, that's good and on his game and shouting and, confidence in front of them. He can see the backs of them. He should be the one, filling them with confidence rather than the other way around, I think. But
I'm thinking my problem with Alisson recently is there are a lot of people on Twitter who will straight away be like, well, Alisson's got 2 young centre-backs in front of him and they're not strong. But regardless, you're one of the best goalkeepers in the world. You won the first Golden Glove for a goalkeeper. You set the standard. Regardless, you should be able to have 2 middle-aged nans in front of you and still be able to save a goal because that's what your job is. So you need, like you just said, Dave, you need to step the fuck up. And I understand he's going through a very difficult time right now. But like the rest of us in the world, we lose somebody and we get a bit of bereavement time. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to say it, I sound heartless, but you've got to get on with life.
Yeah.
You can grieve and you can mourn in your private life. But when you come to work, you have to put your game face on. It's like if I lost a member of my family, I'd probably get a week or 2 weeks off, bereavement time. And then I'd have to go back and teach a classroom with 30 children with a smile on my face. And my head teacher would expect me to not be thinking about my grief. I could go home and break down.
Does your skill know that you curse? Do they?
Yeah. My head teacher's an Evertonian, isn't he?
Do your fucking homework now.
Kids, like the kids think I'm as sweet as anything, but
Keith's in the green room. We're gonna welcome Keith in now. Let's go, baby. Keito, how are you?
Get the fuck in, yeah.
Get in! Oh yeah, I tell you what. This would have been just a black cloud hanging over this podcast. You can see everybody smiling and everybody's got some sort of energy today. What did you think of the game, Keith?
Didn't think an awful lot of the game, to be honest, until Trent stepped up. Look, I don't think anybody could have really.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 is no use. Would have been like losing.
2 minutes left.
What? Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. those 2 minutes, that's what changes everybody's mood, for God's sake.
You know what? It's all the time wasting, which makes it even sweeter. Like all of their time wasting, 5 minutes added on. Like normally that game would have been just done and just would have just petered out. But because they did all their histrionics and fucking shithousery all over the pitch for near enough since the start of it, you know, just to step up and get a goal at that stage of the game was just sweet. So I suppose with everything else going on, it was fantastic and great for Trent. You know, because I'm sure he's been getting stick from all quarters over the last couple of games, and you know, and with Southgate in the crowd, well, in the stands watching him as well. I'm sure that's going to be a very sweet moment for him, to be honest.
Yeah. I just think the game today, as I said to you, Keith, earlier, it's a must-win. You just don't walk away from that stadium without 3 points. Don't get into the bus after that game without 3 points, because it's useless. It'll mean nothing other than a win today. And I think it was especially sweet for 2 things. One, we broke the hex, the hoodoo, whatever you want to call it, at Anfield. And 2, to score a late winner after being 1-0 down is always sweet. Yeah,
it always gives the team a good boost as well, doesn't it? A last-minute winner. You know, we got a couple of them last season, fairly early on in the season, that really kind of propelled us. So hopefully it does that for the rest of the season. And you know, a late winner like that gives us a little bit, because we're probably going to need to be near enough perfect to get fourth. Interesting to see what happens a little bit later on this evening and tomorrow, obviously, but I think it's going to give us a massive lift, and give us a massive lift for Madrid as well.
Yeah. I mean, going into the game against Madrid Wednesday night, of course, we can have a little quick chat about that if you want, guys. Sure. Would you switch it up much? I think Sophie was talking about maybe playing Fabinho back at centre half.
Like, let me just clarify, that's not my preferred. That's not what I want. I'm just saying I understand if that's what would be going through Klopp's head.
But what do you want?
I want Virgil back. That's what I fucking want.
You can't have him back. But I mean, you all want Virgil back. But I mean, what do you want Wednesday night against Madrid? They have a big game tonight as well, guys. Madrid, Barcelona, El Clásico. That's huge. You gotta keep an eye on that.
What I want is what I feel like. I feel like Fabinho should be in defence alongside Kabak to give him like a bit of security, or at least for a little bit of the game, like drop him back into that position. I feel like we kind of need that. We need that leadership because we don't have Hendo. I said it before, but I feel like it would be a really big knock to Nat and Kabak, who have played so well. They have played well. They've done a really good job, and I think it would really knock their confidence in a bit of a kick in the teeth. Like, oh, you've done all right, but yeah, now I'm going to put Fabinho back. You can fuck off.
Yeah, I think the great thing about today's win, it actually keeps both avenues open, even though they're slim. Both avenues are slim, you know, for top four. They are slim. Even after that win today, Doug as well, and Keith and Sophie, it's still slim that we're going to get top four. We need other teams to drop points. It's not in our hands.
You know, at the end of the game, we're in fourth place. As we sit here, we're in fourth place. You know, so that is something we've got there. Is something to hold on to. Obviously, we're massively dependent on other people's fixture or results, but we're there at the moment. We're in fourth place, and like, listen, a 2-0 win, you know, midweek is not out of the realms of possibility. To be honest with you, I just think we're going to need to be really clever in terms of how we approach that game, you know, and just play it as we said the other night. Play it over 90 minutes. You know, it's a goal at some stage in the first half. It's a goal at some stage in the second half. Build the pressure. Dominate the ball. Put them back in their own half, okay, and have them kind of, you know, kind of feeding off scraps. Whether or not we have the personnel and the legs to be able to do that is a completely different matter. But I think we just need to, you know, approach the game in that way. We can't be all out headless chickens running around the fucking place, chasing down, you know, dead avenues. You know, we just need to be very clever in terms of how we approach the game. And if we do that, I think we've every chance of getting 2 goals up. And if they do get 1 goal, you know, it's only another goal then to draw the tie. First goal is going to be absolutely crucial. But, you know, I think in terms of the man management, he may look at 4-2-3-1 against Madrid, you know. And I wouldn't play Fab at the back. I'd leave him as the holding midfield and try and dominate and restrict the amount of chances they get. Personally, that's the way but I would do it. And I think the sub today and the way the game has panned out today kind of looks, he's rested Thiago there a little bit for today and kind of Mane off as well. So I wouldn't be too surprised if you just do a little bit of a madness and have a look at a 4-2-3-1 midweek, just to put that extra man in midfield to hunt down Cruz and to hunt down, and to stop those long balls from those positions. So that's what I would do.
Like,
okay, Sophie, what do you think?
No, I completely agree. Like, we do need, like I said it before, the Madrid game, the away game, we needed to control that midfield. The game would be in the midfield, I said. I was like, their defense was going to be shaky. Our defense was going to be shaky. We knew that going into the game. It was going to be a battle in midfield for me. And I think the game highlighted perfectly why it was a game of the midfield, because they were getting those long balls over, and Cruz and Modric had all the time in the world to run right through our midfield. They ran through our lads.
Cruise control, baby. That's what it was.
There was no control there, and they just absolutely dominated us from it. And I think we need to go into this next game on Wednesday really thinking clearly about what that game was like, not just looking at it, going, oh, we played really shit. It wasn't our greatest performance, but we, and I'm sure, and no doubt, the Klopp and the team will do this anyway. But they really need to go through it and dissect where we went wrong and why we weren't able to control that midfield. Because in an average season, say we've got Virgil and Gomez back in defence, we wouldn't be worrying, and we'll be able to dominate that midfield, and we knew that we would be able to control it. So why, when the same players are there, why weren't we able to do that? So I think we need to go in, just like Keith said, and we need to go in not like a headless chicken, not all guns blazing, because I think if we go in all guns blazing, we're going to get our pants pulled down and they're going to turn it on us very, very quickly, because they did that. Yeah. We had them chasing us and then they battered us. I think we need to go in and not play a low block, not play defensively, but we need to go in a little bit cautious and go, let them bring the game to us and then go on the counter the way we have done before. Come and pressure us and then we'll break and we'll challenge you. And I think we need to go a little bit back to last season's football and
back to old school.
Sack that fucking high line off.
No.
Fuck the high line, Doug.
High line.
I would play Alisson, Trent, Kabak, Phillips, Robertson, Fabinho, Milner, Thiago, and I would probably. Do you play Bobby or do you play Jota? That's the problem.
Play them all.
You play the four going up front.
Play them all. Yeah.
Play them all. Yeah. Play 15 players on the pitch. Rugby. Think it's rugby.
Oh, Chelsea just scored.
Chelsea scored 1-0 up.
I have.
Sky Everett. Yeah, listen, it doesn't matter. 1-0 to the 89th minute and they go 1-1. That's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I would probably play. Actually, I would play the four. I would play Milner and Thiago and Fabinho, and then I would play the four. Yeah.
We definitely need a captain.
I think we need Millie in there. As I said earlier, I think Van Alden's head is 50% in Liverpool and 50% elsewhere. So I don't think you can play Van Alden in this game.
I don't know. I have no real comment on it, to be honest. What do you think, Keith?
I'd like to have somebody else drop back in, because when you look where the danger came from. The danger came from when they were receiving the ball deep. Okay, and Mane didn't know whether to push on Cruz, or Jota didn't know whether to push on Cruz, right? So he was getting the ball and he was able to get his head up and just ping, right? So we need to stop that, because that looks to be their main play against us, right? Pretty much everything they did, like they had a lot of possession at the start of the game, huge amount of possession, but we kind of weathered that storm and we looked like we were getting a foothold in the game, and then bang, they hit us with that. So we're always susceptible to that down our right-hand channel. So you need to cut off the distribution. If we don't cut off the distribution from Madrid, we're in all sorts of shit, right? So we need to cut that off. And I think the only way we can cut that off, I don't think we can cut it off by matching them up in the midfield. They're too cute, they're too clever, and they're too streetwise. So 4-3-3, I don't think it's going to work. 4-2-3-1, right? And let Bobby come in deep, right? Let Bobby be the number 10. Let him step off and let him put them under pressure and maybe cut that off. And then they're going to have to play through us. The problem we have, I suppose, is that we've only been able, with the personnel we've had, we've only been able to play it twice or three times this season, and it hasn't really worked, to be honest with you. So it's a bit of a gamble. But when you're 3-1 down, quarter final of the of the Champions League, maybe that's the time to gamble at home and look to do something differently. Other than that, I can see them scoring if we just smash them up man for man.
Anyone seen the score?
2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it doesn't really matter. I thought Chelsea might do something. We just can win our games and see what happens. There's we can't stop Chelsea not winning games, I suppose. But all our eyes are on Wednesday night, aren't they?
Their last four are horrendous. They've got a really poor. If we could just stick on their coattails,
yeah.
You know, like we just got United away, and United could be home and hose looking at a European Cup final. They may not have any interest in that match at that stage. You know, maybe, but you know, Chelsea have 4 very difficult on paper games towards the tail end of the season. You know, so let's hope for that. My phone's going to die, lad. I'm going to shoot. All right, so.
Okay, Keith. Talk to you later, bro.
Talk to you soon. All right, good to talk to you all.
Stay safe, care, lad. Bye. What were you saying, Sophie?
It was fucking bollocks that United possibly aren't going to care about our game because we've got a possible European Cup final. United are going to do anything within their power to stop us getting any form of success, whether we get top 4. Like they wouldn't care if we were fighting for 6th place for Europa League. They'd still try and knock us out because they wouldn't. That's what they want to do. Are they scoring again? No.
No, it's just old comments. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the show. Calm down. Get some sleep. Go again. Come on, you Red. Rod Meta from Australia. Rod. Down under, mate. Down under, mate. Enjoy. I was going to say enjoy your night. I don't even know if it's in the night or in the morning over there. But you're right, girl. You're getting some nice comments here,
you know
Sophie.
It's nice to
we have to have you on more often.
No, because at the minute I'm getting hate on Yanks of the Cop. They all hate me at the minute.
Oh yeah, I was there last night. Actually, I was in the comments, and you were having some comments with some other guy, and you kept on cursing. I think Scans kept on. Calm down with the language.
I think it was Wahomey who was in charge.
Or was it
last night?
We were meant to be on there at 6 o'clock today. I was meant to be on with them. So were you.
Yeah, but they've rearranged it for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I told them I'd do it tomorrow with them. Yeah. Yeah, no, I said I'll do it tomorrow. But I got told off yesterday in the chat quite a few times because apparently you can't call someone a divvy anymore.
He goes, "What's a divvy? What's a divvy?
Stupid, soft ass."
I know. Yeah, well, we don't really use that over here in Ireland. They don't use it in the States, so they won't know what they're talking about. But look, guys, I am so happy just with that result there. That I'm gonna enjoy me Saturday night. I might go live later with a few Peronis in the back pocket. As I say, it's my birthday in the morning, and it's a perfect birthday present. It's beautiful.
There's so many April babies. There's loads of us.
April City, baby. But so there is. My mum was April. My brother was April. He's actually April the 14th next week. So it's April City. But April Fool's Day. Imagine being born on that day. I had a friend who was born on April Fool's Day, but he always changed it to the 2nd of April. Because people used to keep calling me April Fool all over. But I wasn't born on April 1st. I was the 2nd. Yeah, right. But we just finished the show up the last few minutes. It's great having you guys on, of course. But it's just given us so much confidence. Just that little bit. It's amazing what one goal can do. One goal can change everyone's mood. You know what I mean?
It's just taken that anxiety away from playing Madrid at Anfield. Because before, I think if we hadn't have won today, we'd have gone in with a little bit of, oh God, because that's all the pundits have been talking about. They went 68 games unbeaten at Anfield, and now they can't do anything.
3-0.
It's not.
Is it 3-0?
No, it's still 2-0.
Still 2.
I don't know what Pulisic is about, but anyway.
But we do. Everyone talk about it constantly. It was like a dog with a bone. They weren't letting it go.
Who's that?
They just weren't going to let it go. They were constantly reminding us that our records are gone, which we were well aware of. But I think if we'd gone into that game with a draw or a loss, it'd have been, oh God. But now it's like, well, like I said, that hex has been broken.
That's it. That's what we said earlier. You had to break that bleeding Anfield hex. That's ridiculous. Think about it. 3.5 years ago, up to January, we hadn't been beaten at home since April 2017. 27. Crystal Palace, Benteke. I remember the game. I was walking up in Skerries in North Dublin. I had it on my phone live, and I'm walking along the fucking thing is like this. I was going to throw my phone into the sea, into the Irish Sea. But and then all of a sudden we were unbelievable at home. And then what was it? Would have been 7 games in a row. Lost if you would have lost today. At least that's gone.
Yeah.
But as you said, it gives us something to build. It just gives us something to hold on to going into the Madrid game. And to be fair, we need something to hold on to, don't we, at the moment?
What is your prediction for that game?
2-1.
I don't make predictions because every time I make predictions, it doesn't end very well.
Almost perfect goal scorers as well. I said Mosalah, and I said Jota to get the winner, and I said Watkins for Villa. I should have money on the fucking thing.
Do you have a score prediction for Wednesday, Dave?
I need to see what way Klopp's thinking maybe on Monday when he does his press conference, probably on Tuesday. I'm hoping we can win 2-0 because I just can't see us scoring 3 against Madrid and then going to extra time and holding out with a tired back, going into extra time with those lads at the back. I think we'll have to do it in 90. We'll have to do it in 90 minutes, which is the only way we can do it in 90 is either 2-0 or 3-0 or more. So 2-0, I think 2-0 is possible.
It is possible, but the problem with Madrid is I can see them scoring. I can just see them scoring. But I'm going to be very, very optimistic.
Only 4 then.
I don't know why, but I've had 3-1 and 4-1 in my head going up to the Wednesday game. So I hope I'm right in that saying that.
I'd rather 4-1, Doug. Give me 4-1, will you? Don't take 3-1. That's extra time.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sophie? Do you have a scoreline?
I don't do them.
Well, you think we're going to win? Are we going to lose? Are we going to draw? Are we going to win and go out? Maybe 1-0, 2-1 and go out anyway.
I'm saying we're going to win.
I'm trying to be hopeful. Like I did this when we did play Barcelona and we went down 3-0 in the first leg. I was like, we are fucking wiped out. We are done. And I was furious. And then we came back and we won it. We won 4-0. We did a brilliant job. And this time I'm feeling the same way I did about Barcelona. Like I don't really want to watch Wednesday's match. I'm really not looking forward to it, and I can't
hide under the bed.
I can't see Madrid not scoring.
Yeah.
But we've done it before. We might do it again.
We've done it before.
But every time I've made a score prediction, it's gone absolutely tits up, so I just don't do them anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we'd crowds in and there was an Anfield crowd there, I'd have a lot more confidence. It's an empty stadium. It's just, you seen it today, guys. Wow. You could hear the ball boy bloody shouting nearly. I mean,
I genuinely think, because what is it? What date are we on now? The 10th.
10th. No, tomorrow's my birthday. Yoo-hoo!
Come Monday, we are allowed to go back into beer gardens and back into pubs in England. We are.
You bastards are allowed in, yeah.
No,
we're allowed to actually go outside the door.
My thinking is that there are going to be crowds outside Anfield for the welcome. And I feel like even if we can have a couple of people around the stadium for when the bus comes in, it might give the lads that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
And I'm just saying, I don't want people to go in crowds. I don't want big crowds because I don't want everything going wrong with COVID. But equally, if people happen to go and stand outside Anfield, I'm not going to be mad.
Like walking their dog, walk their dog, and a big flag.
Walk around Anfield about quarter space.
You're going to get this channel shut down now from Boris Johnson when he watches the fucking show. Be on Sky. Sophie tells everybody to be outside Anfield in coronavirus.
Liverpool teacher goes on YouTube and tells everyone to break COVID rule.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys. We'll give it the hour, which is another 6-7 minutes. We'll call it a night. I think I'm going to get pissed. I don't give a fuck. That's beautiful. That 2-1 is absolutely fantastic. Sorry if anybody else doesn't drink alcohol in here. Probably milk or water. You can drink whatever you want, but I'm certainly going to have a few beers tonight. I can tell you that much. Here's a good question from Rizla Lyrics. I love the name. What does LFC mean to all 3 of you?
Ooh.
It means everything to me, to be fair. Other than me little girl and my family, of course, but other than that, more or less everything.
Well, I can answer this one straight away. my mum and dad only had 2 girls. They had me and my sister, and I was the baby. So my dad knew he wasn't going to get a boy. So he ploughed everything, like football-wise and everything, into me. So I might be like, my dad's my best friend. So for me, LFC is like the epitome of my relationship with my dad. Because when I was little, I'd watch all the matches with him. Like, he'd buy me all the football kits. We'd have matching kits on. We'd go to the games together. Like, during the Champions League parade in 2005, I was 10. And that was my first big win that I'd ever seen Liverpool. And I remember my dad putting me on his shoulders and being like, this is our city. This is our team, babe. Like, this is us. So to me, Liverpool is like my entire childhood. And it's like my family. Like, I grew up with it, and I can't see ever being without it. So it means everything to
everything. Me. Yeah, everything. Yeah. Okay, that's a good answer, Doug.
Yeah, I'm similar. My dad's a big Liverpool fan. So he was growing up in the 70s and the 80s when Liverpool were very, very successful. So, you know, it kind of runs in the family. And I remember my first game. It was Liverpool 4, Sheffield United 0 on the 28th of February 2007. Robbie Fowler scored 2. Steven Gerrard scored 1. I think I can't remember the other. I think Hurpia scored. I think so. That was my first ever game. I was in the Anfield Road end, and just ever since then, like I've been trying to get to many games as possible. And I used to be quite a good luck charm as well. For the like, I've been to a few Liverpool Manchester United games, and every time I was going to Anfield to watch that game, we would always win. So I was thinking I'm going to be a bit of a good luck charm. And then
can you go to Old Trafford in May? Stand outside Old Trafford in May, will you?
that would be very, very funny. But yeah, I got to be a very good luck charm, and then that kind of ended after the Blackpool game. I went to the disastrous Blackpool game at Anfield, and then that kind of stopped.
Charlie Adam,
yeah, but I know I've been a Liverpool fan all my life, so you know you'd have to say Anfield is probably our church as well.
Yeah, I mean we're all disciples. We're all disciples of the LFC Church. I suppose you could say that. Who would and probably I don't know who are the priests? Klopp, High Priest Klopp, Shankly's a legendary priest. Yeah, Paisley.
Yeah.
King Kenny's a bishop. But as you say, yeah, listen, I'm following Liverpool since the 80s. I'm giving my age away now, mid-80s, about 80. Start getting into it around 84, 85, 86, because I remember Mexico 86. It's probably well before any of you were born, but that was the first World Cup I got into. Mexico 86. Oh my God. Collecting the Panini stickers for the Mexico 86 album. Diego Maradona. Wow. And then Liverpool winning everything, more or less. And we've had sad times with Hillsborough, of course, in 89. We've had it all in the 80s. We've had some great teams. And just being Irish as well in Dublin. Dublin and Liverpool are like sister cities. They were back in the 19th, 18th century, of course. But it's just, Liverpool was always a thing in Ireland, especially in Dublin. Always a thing going on. Plus, we used to have a lot of Irish players playing for Liverpool. We don't have any other than Caoimhe Keller at the moment. It's gone really worldwide now. But that's only really hit since Sky Sports took over in the 90s. But before that, it wouldn't have been. So Liverpool's huge for me. The banter on a Monday, the difference of going into work on a Monday and getting lashed out of it if you don't get a result. Okay, Sophie, see you tomorrow. See ya. See ya. Dog's going mad. The dog is barking mad. She's mad as well. Sophie, fair play for coming on. I'll be on Yanks at the Copper Team tomorrow with Sophie, and we're homie at some stage tomorrow. Doug, another minute or two. We give it the hour. What's your plan for the night, my friend?
Just going to chill out, probably. I'm going to probably try and tune into El Clasico, but to be honest, I don't have like Premier Sports, so you know. But I'll probably try and find a stream on Hesgo or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
To
do you know what I see Jack in there? I want to see if Jackie Boy wants to come in for a fiver. We'll stay on for another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, unless you have to rock. I'll bring in Jack.
I'm all right. I'm all right at the moment. Becca's making tea anyway, so
okay. Well, then we'll stay on for another 5 or 10. We bring in Jackie Boy if he's available. I'll just send them the link. But I'm going to have a nice relaxing night tonight. And all of a sudden, as I said to you earlier, it's just giving us that extra little bit of a, that we can enjoy, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. And yeah, but we've just got to focus on ourselves now, Dave. That's the main thing. We've just got to focus on ourselves. Don't worry about what Chelsea, West Ham, Leicester City.
Oh, no, I'm not. I mean, I know you were shouting at the screen there with Chelsea winning 2-0. To be honest, I don't really, as Keith said earlier, they have a few tough games. Palace away was a niggly game, but Chelsea are a better team than Palace, let's be fair. And they're 2-0 up at the moment. But you're going to go live at about 8 o'clock. Jackie Boy's live at 8 tonight. Check that out on Jack Mac LFC. Have you any content coming up, Doug, or what are you planning for the weekend?
I'm a YouTube free zone this weekend. Uploads will start again on probably Monday.
Oh, I seen that on Twitter. I seen you did something on Twitter about YouTube free zone. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm because I had like a sore throat last week. I'm just kind of taking it easy with.
Yeah. It's like being on a world tour on these bloody YouTube things, especially if you're on for an hour or two. Your voice does go. I mean, you're talking non-stop like me. You know what I mean? It does go. Well, I'll tell you, Doug. I think we'll leave it there. I'm going to keep one eye on the El Clasico later. You never know. You might get an injury to a key player. Something might happen in that game. But all eyes, guys. Next Wednesday on Anfield, Liverpool Madrid quarterfinal second leg. Let's go. The confidence is building. It finished at Anfield today. Liverpool have beaten Villa by 2-1. Terence Trent derby. Sign your name across the stand. Got the winner. I'm happy. Doug's happy. Thanks to Keith. Thanks to Sophie. This means more. Stay safe. It's my birthday in the morning. Here comes the beers, baby.